Hello, this is EvereTT, and in this video, labeled as homework number 3, we're going to basically cover a few more things in regards to what I was teaching about how to set up your date baseline. Now, I just put my name here, Everett James Pierce's baseline, and it just happens to be my first name has 7 letters and my last name is 6 letters. But when we describe something as ours, we usually put apostrophe S. So I just put Everett James Pierce's baseline. Okay. Now, the homework. Now, if you've already paid the $100 to learn, I have about 12 videos up there that explains it. A lot of detail in regards to setting up the date baseline. Because if you're going to go in other areas, other realms of life and science and logic and everything, it's important to have a person that's going to teach you and is going to teach you the correct way. I teach from an author perspective, not from a scholar. There's a difference between an author and a scholar. Okay, so essentially your homework is, with the baseline that you have of the date, you're going to think of, how do I do my pyramid of numbers that would be in reference to time, reference to space. So when you're doing your date, which is an element of time, so in terms of time and space, the significance of this, time and space is priceless. And let me give you an example. We've seen movies where there's a time machine and a person, or even Back to the Future, and where you can go back in time or forward in time. And so what one would think, excuse me, is that even possible? Or is that just something in the fantasy land? So I'm here to say, for the record, time and space. If you understand advanced energy, you not only can you go in time, forward in time, but you can also go back in time. So the theory, that I brought is Einstein, theory of relativity. There's also of time as well. But that's more of an advance. Now, we thought we'd never make it to the moon, and back in Star Trek, where they would flip open a phone. They thought that was fantasy. So there's a lot of things that's in our society that we see, and we ask ourselves, is that really true? Can we go in time? I'm here to say yes. And also space, or in other words, subspace. So if you open up this door of, your space that you're in, that's space. And then the 2-factor, subspace. Now, the speed of light in subspace. Speed of light is snail pace compared to subspace. So if I open up this door, I can literally go from here to Mars in seconds, using subspace to travel. So can you imagine how much billions of dollars our government and NASA would save, trying to put a satellite out there or going to Mars to do some research? So when you think about doing your pyramid of numbers, you also got to think about what it can evolve into. Because you're going to spend your time on things. You want to think about, is this going to be worth it? Is there going to be benefits that come from this? So if you want to learn the date baseline setup, you're going to have to go to my PayPal.me, EvereTT, and send me $100. I have 12 videos up there so far. That really breaks it down for the sake of understanding of why and how to set up your baseline. Your baseline is very crucial. So say, for example, I do up my baseline and I want to do in reference to time. and I got the top and bottom. And I have this advanced electronics or device or craft. And I want to go back to, say, when John F. Kennedy got shot. I'm going to have to enter all these numbers. And I'm going to have to enter in it in a very specific way. And then it will take me back to that time frame. Okay, so as you can see here with the pyramid, a 15-digit pyramid number. You got 7 numbers on this side, 7 on that side, and 1 in the middle, because the 1 in the middle is different from any other rows that you do. So 717. Now the square root of pi, most people should know this already. You have pi, 3.14, and the square root of pi is 1.77. Here's our 1.77. Okay, so if you don't know how to set up your date, your baseline to your date, I'm essentially the only person who's an author can teach you the right way. Now, you can do it on your own way, but you'll find that it can be very, very confusing. And so it's beneficial to be taught by someone that knows what the hell they're doing. And there's a lot of people that say they're master numerologists, and but there's a lot of people on the internet, doing numbers and everything. But just do know that a lot of people steal my ideas and concepts. Well, in order to get the benefit of what I'm teaching you, like a safe, okay, when you pay that $100, essentially you're joining me, Everett, and you're joining God, and you're including yourself. You're anteing up. Just like a poker game, you have to ante up. So from there, you're putting a polarity to a positive, where my energy, God's energy, and your energy, your effort, is going to move you in a direction of learning and guiding you of benefits. Now, if you steal this and you say, oh, I don't need Everett, I'll just steal the crap. Well, God and my energy is still going to teach you. But it's going to be on the reverse polarity. You're going to learn what loss is all about. And you'll wish you never done that and you just paid your $100. Okay, like I said, and then you would just go to my PayPal and then do text me. And then I will send you a link to my server. And we'll add you to my server and you can get started on watching 12 videos. So with this homework of those who have made $100 is keep working your date, but in the back of your mind, I want you to keep thinking is how do I do up my equation? That would be reference to time and reference to space. Time and space. So as you get it evolve in, it's like the government has spacecrafts that, well, let's not go there. But is there aliens? Is there life in the universe? Absolutely. Excuse me. I'm taking these pain pills because I'm in a lot of pain. So please excuse my voice if it seems a little hoarse. Okay. So if you watched Avengers Infinity War, where the Green Stone was about time, where he was able to turn back time. Is that a reality or is it like a folk tale? It is a reality. Now, because of people's evolution, they don't know how to go about doing it. But they know as science. Science know that it can be done. They just don't know how to do it. They know that the subspace, when you get that sonic boom, when they go faster than the speed of sound, is the space is pushed back and then it slams back upon itself, making that boom sound. Subspace. So, if you're going to travel out in that huge universe, you have to use the element of subspace, because it is very large out there. So, as your homework is to keep this in your mind. How do I set this up with time and space?